or something.
Yeah, that's kind of something that I've always been curious about. Is like, well, if this is your civic duty,
Amtrak luckily will pay you an 8-hour claim. They're not going to pay you lost earnings or overtime, but if you were there in person and you provide the documentation, they'll give you an 8-hour claim. So I'm always like, fuck, I don't want to go to work. I'll sit on a fucking jury for 3 weeks. It's
yeah,
fine
let's
with me.
rock, bro.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie with Pauly Shore? I think it was called Jury Duty, where he like throws the case. He like, this guy is clearly guilty, and everyone's like, oh, this is an open shut case, and he's clearly guilty, but they put him up in the hotel for the night, and he's like, wait, I get to stay in this hotel?
Yeah.
And then so it, and he has nowhere to live, and so he like throws the case, so like they have to stay in for like 3 weeks or something, and it becomes like the biggest case of the year because the one juror thinks that this is an
and that Lemon Law case was at the Superior Court of San Diego, and that's like a brand new building down there. Really nice, really cool.
Well, sunny San Diego, that dirty waffle needs we have to have the nice of nice stuff.
It's not like Vista Court, okay?
No, that place.
Or Temecula Court.
Dude, you've been to the Vista Courthouse, right?
I've been all of it.
It looks like it looks like they took a bunch of double wides and just kind of welded them together.
It just looks like this is like the lower, not worthy of North County. I think something way better would have been,
I don't know if it's that way now. Like San Marcos has done so much. I play at least a show there once every 2 weeks, and that whole downtown area next to the Sprinters, or it's not even downtown, but next to Cal State San Marcos, where the Sprinter station is, that is huge now. The street fair that I played at the other day, I was like, holy, I thought it was just going to be like a bunch of food trucks and stuff, and it's cool. And no, they had 3 different stages and all these different.
So you know
cool.
What's crazy about the Sprinter tracks? Real footnote before we get started here. So Sprinter's been having a lot of like maintenance issues.
Yeah,
with their equipment. Okay, it's past its lifespan? No, but it needs to be rebuilt. Okay. Well, I
was actually making fun of that with Zeke when Zeke came up to that one show and a Sprinter went by and we were kind of like pacing it, and I was like, look at that, Zeke, you got this really sleek looking engine, and you feel like the Siemens engineer, like, that's as fast. What we do is the exhaust stack. Should we make it look really streamlined? Streamlined, German streamlined. No, the exhaust stack on this is just a stick sticking out the top. You're like, what the? Anyways, equipment.
So the CSU San Marcos loop, as they call it, it comes off the Escondido sub and then goes across 78.
I know.
Over, then over and back. I didn't know, but that's not heavy rail compliant.
No. That's why they have to have the other track there.
Right now they're having all these mechanical issues. Well, what do they have? A bunch of extra Bombardier cars and Siemens Chargers at the Coaster facility in Stur Mesa that you could do a 2-car train and run it right now. But they can't do it because they can't do the loop. And where's the biggest ridership come out of?
The
CSU
loop.
San Marcos.
Yeah. And there's no contingency plan for it. Like, if it was me on the contingency plan, I would set up a makeshift station down at that. There's an Albertsons right after the loop where the track splits, and you either go up to the loop and do that loop and then come back down a little bit past it. You can combine those 2 stations that it has, set up a makeshift station, and do that. Run a Bombardier.
Yes, you could, yes.
And that would it wouldn't be the fix, but you could at least get some coaster buses. And if you got to get up to the school, you take the Sprinter to that station, then the buses go up to school. Nobody's. So this is the kind of shit we deal with that kind of stuff.
So this is what's stupid. Okay, the trolley used to run to Adams Avenue back in the day, out of downtown up Park Boulevard to Adams Avenue, El Cajon Boulevard, the whole area there, and I've heard that the tracks are still in the slow lane part of the, it's 4 lanes on Park Boulevard. The slow lane part, that's where the trolley tracks were. There on the outside. You could ride a trolley. The whole reason they haven't tried to put that line back in is because the bridge across the 5 is not built to hold a trolley. I'm like, a trolley isn't that heavy, man. It's not that much more heavy than a bus or a huge heavy truck. It's not as probably heavy as a Sprinter, but
it's somewhere in between.
It's just
it's definitely not bus weight. It's
cool would
heavier,
it be? How cool would it be to ride a trolley through Balboa Park? I mean, I don't know.
I think it would be.
I'm not just dreaming because I like trains. I'm saying that would be cool. The red trolley through Balboa Park would be a highlight for sure.
Dude, that arch bridge over off of University that used to have streetcars running all the way down.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
like,
Laurel Street. Yes.
oh my
Yes.
God, the world we live in. What the heck is going on here? All right, let's see where we left off at Pinky Doodle Pinka Paka Poo, and we're pausing. And 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the Railroads Rock Show, and today we're doing. God, that sounded so stupid. Welcome back to the Railroads Rock Show. My name's Timmy D, and that is
Engineer Evan.
And you are hanging out with us on part 4 of Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme. Welcome. Let's rock. Bam. Yeah, lift it up. You can't still get like.
I don't know.
You can't just suck all the semi-not sucky. All right, so we're back, and last time on the old Railroads Rock Show, we did a Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme. This one, we're doing part 4 of the Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme, our installment of a 4-part series. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
So, let's cue some music.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
I'm a Yankee Doodle paint scheme, a Yankee Doodle engine too. The railroad
That would be
celebrate
funny.
200 years by painting me red, white, and blue.
Like them
I'm
doing that, like
just
if
a
I did that
Yankee
song with
Doodle
the Minions.
engine.
They're like,
Painting
he's
the
got
Yankee
the
Doodle
fucking
style.
dish, but you know,
Dress for
their
this
minion speak or whatever.
occasion. Now let's play Yankee Doodle style.
All right, so today on the Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme, we left off with the Union Railroad, 76, and today we're moving on. So let's get into this. For those of you who haven't been watching the other episodes, we are scoring different paint schemes from the Bicentennial celebration of the railroads, which is pretty easy because that's what the song says. But we're doing a point system, 1 through 10 with points in between. Unless you want to just go straight on the nose. So let's get back to our first unit of this episode is here it comes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, this is when you think of a bicentennial painted locomotive from this time period, I would say this is the one that everybody thinks of.
Yeah, that's the benchmark.
And I'm
right
not just
there.
saying that
Look
because I
at
love Santa Fe. I'm saying because, well, they painted 5 of them, obviously. But every time you think about that 76 paint scheme, you think of the 4449 and, painted the red, white, and blue paint scheme.
Oh, okay.
And you think, well, for steam.
For
Freedom
yes,
Train.
no, for our
And then you
for
think of the
intro.
Santa Fe engine. And I guess the SP one, too.
Yeah,
Because some of the stuff you're showing on here, I'm like, what? Never even heard of this before.
Yeah, that's what makes it kind of fun, right?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
So out the gate, I'm just saying this is my other perfect 10. I love the scheme. I love the thought that went into it. I love the promotion that went into it. I love that giant. Is that the presidential seal? I don't even know.
Yes, it is.
But just how it's all like they really put a strong effort in on this promo campaign, and the paint job is just absolutely amazing. I really think Burlington Northern ripped them off, and same with Seaboard Coastline, with the big red and blue stripe. And I don't care because this is the Santa Fe version of it, and it's a perfect 10. You're welcome.
And how does nobody at the club have one of these that I've ever seen?
You know who used to have this? John Ball.
Yeah.
John Ball had 2 of these.
Yeah.
It was really cool when he ran it.
Didn't he run it on like a Super C, like some trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was really cool to watch him run this stuff. I was like, what? And nobody else, though. I got to ask, Tom Grice knows where he went. But
Well, hopefully he didn't go 6 feet under.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, good.
But thank you for getting dismal on
Yes,
this one.
I know.
Actually, you know what? Somebody actually has run that train, though. I've seen that train. Maybe it was John Ball, too. Maybe he had that train as well.
So
You know what I think it's about time? I think it's about time for Timmy D to pony up a little purchase and do that train. I like that
that
train.
is super cool. Well, so you
Look
have
at that. The flying flag. They're flying the flags over it. I mean, they're all out on point with this.
I guess
Holy
I guess I'm just waiting. When is you saw that UP released that they're going to paint a Abraham Lincoln heritage locomotive?
What?
You swear to God, that's real. I looked at it, I'm like, this just looks like an EMD demo paint.
Well,
painted.
they're going to just get a bunch of like faux hair and put it on the front and do like that. You imagine that? Put a top hat on top.
Yeah. But
If anything, Norfolk Southern's Dash 9s would be better with an Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Remember the old top hat?
Yeah.
The Dash 9s with the big air conditioner on top, so it looked like it was
but
wearing a top hat.
I can see within the next 6 months you're going to have railroads announcing or debuting paint schemes to run for the whole year. It's going to be the whole 20 2026, they're going to celebrate for the whole year. It's not just going to be for the week of 4th of July.
But you start in
Kinda like-
2025, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Would you start in 2026 or would you start in 2025 to start promoting
I would say from July 4th, 2025 to December 31st, 2026, we're celebrating the 250th
Let's go.
anniversary.
250 years. Here we go. Hopefully we'll still be together.
Yeah. I was gonna say you have time to get these cars and model this train.
Oh yeah,
It's
that'd
not
be
till
so
next 4th of
rad,
July,
man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's cars out there that I could replicate. Shit, I have a bunch of old Athearn cars I could paint. You know I could do that right quick.
Yeah.
And I have a ton of old Santa Fe decals too.
I bet you Garcia could help you acquire one of those SD45s.
Oh.
I feel like he knows somebody who has one.
I think he knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who scouts for Athearn to know somebody who could possibly know somebody who can get one.
But
for
check
me.
it out. You already got the caboose because it's right over
there. And I actually have 3 of those now because that was the one that I got back from Manolo's ranch.
Yeah.
And then I have the other 2 with that. Anyways, I like it. What's yours? I'm 10.
I'm 10 all day. This is when I think of the Spirit of 76. This is what I think of.
2 double 10s right there. Hi, man. I like your thinking. Let's keep on moving, man. Let's leave this truck stop behind and keep this one rolling. You know what I mean? Pun intended. Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
Western Pacific.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
So cool.
It is so cool. That is so cool. Got a Western Pacific GP40. I don't understand the Lone Star in the middle of the flag underneath the engineer cab.
Yeah, okay.
But, let's run down the line here. I actually edited this so you could see PS3 hopper, or PS2, I think.
Some random boxcar here.
Some random boxcar with shit hanging off the side of it. And then, obviously, you could see the ones on the way back, the ice cream trucks.
Let's just back up to the original picture here.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love this. I love the spirit. Do you want the original? This picture?
Right there, yeah. So, I worked in Oakland for 7 years.
Hang on.
And I have seen this view this is WP West Oakland Yard.
Right.
And right where if you go around the curve, that would have been where the mole is, where you'd get on the car float, take it across the city. But it's just, I dig it. I'll give it a 9 because I love the picture you're preserving here. But I think the WP did
I searched pretty far, and I saw a couple of pictures of this one, but then I ran across this one.
But this does feel like they ripped it off the Santa Fe.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, we just saw the same unit a couple seconds before, only
with the presidential seal, with the stripes and the stars, and the WP on the this definitely feels like a rip off the Santa Fe for sure.
Yeah. Well,
but that's fine.
I'll give this one a straight up 9 too.
Yeah.
So now we have very simple scores, but yeah, I like it. I mean, it's ripping it off, but it's their own take on it.
I think Scaletrans is actually making that engine.
I hope so.
Their next run of something has some Bicentennial stuff.
Ooh. All right, moving on.
Ooh.
Doesn't this look like what was the other one that has that swoop? Only it swoops upwards instead of downwards.
This just looks like a standard issue Sioux Line paint scheme that they're just like, okay, let's throw this blue seal on it and then a flag.
I got to be honest. I kind of like how I'm doing the same scheme, but from different locations on these last couple ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to toot my own horn. You're welcome, Timmy.
Cool.
Anyways, Sioux Line GP35, man, with the winterization hatch. I love it. And just for you kids out there, you can tell it's a GP35 because what? You count the fans. But the winterization
Skalky, count the
fans. There
fans.
you go, Skalky, count the fans, dude. The only thing is it's missing the dynamic brakes. Why did Sioux? I mean, I guess because they didn't really have any
grade territory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their max grade was what? Like 1 point. It was 1.9, right? There was like
on Milwaukee. It was. I don't know about Sioux.
I thought there was 1 point like coming out of not Des Moines.
I thought it was like Winona, Minnesota. What's the river they run along there? Was that Sioux or CP?
I thought it was the Mississippi River comes out of it's along Wisconsin and Minnesota, right?
You're right. That's the one.
I've driven that river line. When we were leaving, I was La Crosse, Wisconsin, and and we were coming out along the far side, and then we took the highway that goes along the Wisconsin side of the Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
That's the Mississippi. That is the Mississippi. Yeah, Missouri's farther away. All right, what are we giving this?
I'm going to give it a 5. I'm
generic.
Yeah,
generic 5. I'm actually going to split your difference on that one. or not split your difference, but I'm going to go 0.5 lower. I'm giving this a 4.5. I think it lost a couple of points just because of how generic it is. But I do like the Betsy Ross flag,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where, okay. Yeah, 13 stars.
You didn't know I was smart enough to notice that?
No, I just...
Yeah, they call it the Betsy Ross, the 13 colony flag.
Yep.
I for some reason, I really like that design because not really any other flags after that iteration, once they started adding states, kind of had that unique look to it, which I love the Star Spangled Banner. I really do. It's such a it's one of the prettiest flags. If you look at all these other countries' flags, there's I like the Union Jack, the British flag. That's a very ostentatious flag. It's very British, It's very posh, But this one, it maybe because I'm just biased being an American kid, but I mean, there's other cool flags out there. I love the Mexican flag because it looks a lot like the California flag. It uses the same,
right,
colors, and it's got an eagle clutching a snake in the middle of a rock.
Yes.
Anyways, you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. Betsy Ross, yay for us. We gave this 5 and a 4.5. That's the score. Let's keep rocking. Dee da da do da dee dee dee. All right, let's keep on moving on this train. I love this picture. Wait, can we stop for a second? This picture. This is what I love about this picture. Actually, I think I put this in there. It's a clear picture, but it looks like it's a layout.
It does.
That's what the Midwest looks like in the spring. Just beautiful green everywhere.
Corn
everywhere. Have you been to the Field of Dreams field? You never been out there?
No, I haven't. But I'm waiting until the Padres go. That would be fun.
Are they playing there?
I think all teams will play eventually.
Dude, I haven't seen that field, but I have seen. I went to the original shooting location in. I think it was 2015 and 2016. We were playing a show in Cedar Rapids, and right on the way, because we were coming from the south side, you see the sign, this way to the Field of Dreams. And it was 15 miles off the main highway. I'm like, I don't care. We're close enough. We're going. And just to see it, you're like, oh my God, baseball.
When you think about really pretty states, a lot of people wouldn't say Iowa, but I thought Iowa was really
gorgeous.
Very beautiful.
It's so gorgeous.
Get around Davenport, very beautiful.
That's where it is. Sioux line out of Davenport. Didn't they have a Davenport line?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Don't realize if you've ever have you been to Davenport? Have you ever seen it?
I've driven through it. Yeah.
It's on a cliff.
Yeah. Yes,
and then there's an actual waterfront with loading cranes.
Well, that's what I thought when I went to Omaha for the first time. What is happening in this? I thought Omaha was just a flat place. It's no,
it's up on top over what's across the river into Iowa is Council Bluffs.
Yeah, Council Bluffs. Yeah,
and it's so nuts because some of the bridges in that area, out of nowhere, you just got this long viaduct. You're like, what the hell is this?
Right.
I remember playing a show there, and one of the houses that we stayed at from one of our fans that had a house right by that viaduct, and you could see it from the house, and it. Right to left, you're like, that is a long bridge.
That's the Missouri River, right?
No, it didn't go over the river. It goes over a bunch of houses. It's in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
you just got this bridge.
I'm trying to remember, what's the river that goes through? Is it the Missouri River goes through Omaha?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Let me think. Yes, Missouri, because below it is Kansas, and the Missouri River goes through Kansas because Missouri and Kansas.
Yeah.
And yet Kansas City's in Missouri. All right. Yeah. Geography lesson for all you kids out there. Yay.
Did you pass the test?
Hey, man. I know a lot of people that don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh. This is a Santa Fe subsidiary, or was.
Really?
It's a Santa Fe acquisition. Toledo, PR, and Western, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Santa Fe never owned any bay window cabooses, so when they took this railroad over, they acquired, I think it was 2 of them. And
somebody told me that story.
I have one, yeah.
Really?
I only have 3 cabooses, and one of them's a Santa Fe bay window caboose, and people always give me hell for it. I'm like, no, this is
real deal.
Toledo, Pure, and Western. Yeah,
I like that. For all you kids out there that have an Athearn blue box that you got at one of those train shows that is a Santa Fe bay window caboose, feel free to run it.
Yes.
And then slap anybody who tells you otherwise and say they had 2.
Yes. I don't think I've run that caboose in a long time.
Well, get it on the railroad, dude. Can I just say, once again, this is one of those hockey jersey paint schemes.
It is. Yes, it is.
Just something that's like, and now we have the Minnesota Capoodles.
Yeah.
It's like a AAA team that were like, here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to play a really good game of ice hockey.
Yeah, the Fort Worth Tin Cans.
Hey guys, let's go out and let's kick these guys' ass, man. We're the Tin Cans, goddammit. Ain't nobody kicking us down the road.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a good one. Write that down.
Yes. You heard it here first.
Wait, we didn't even give this one a score.
I'm another 5, and I'm not. There's too much red in this one. It's not my favorite.
Are you shitting me right now?
No.
What is your favorite color?
It is red.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Evan has never said that. I am, ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing a moment in history.
Versus is something that has too much red. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah,
The guy who likes the CB&Q. Oh, look at all that Chinese red. My God, I just want to go light up a bunch of firecrackers and eat a bunch of King Pong sushi. That makes no sense. There's no such thing. And also that's Japan does sushi. China does like teriyaki chicken and shit like that. Or was it Kung Pao? I don't know. Shit. I'm not up on my Chinese stuff. Come on, Evan, give me a fun fact about China. That's a pretty fun fact. Is that like a word of theirs?
China ran steam engines till the 2000s.
And aren't they still in retention shops?
Some of them are. The QJs. Like some of them got exported to America.
No way,
dude. We'll have to watch.
Fun fact, ladies and
virtual
gentlemen.
rail fan. They're running them in Iowa of all places. Illinois, or Iowa Interstate.
Look at it. It's all cyclical. It's all coming together, Evan.
Right.
We're all firing on all six cylinders.
These things
now.
had green headlights. Like, oh yeah,
green headlights.
Swear to God.
Do you mean the light bulb color was green, or you mean the light or the headlight rotunda was painted green?
No, it was a green headlight.
And why was that?
I don't know. That's what I want to know.
I could make a really shitty.
It's like a really white.
I could make a shitty joke right now that would probably get me in trouble, but I'm not going to do it. So make one up in your head and pretend it'll get me in trouble. Here we go. Wait, what did we give this?
I said 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything, did I?
No.
Shit. I'm gonna give it a little bit higher of a score just because I love the what was the Texas tin cans? Hey man, we're going out right now.
Fort Worth tin cans.
Fort Worth tin cans, man.
That's a Padres AA affiliate.
Are you shitting me?
Swear to God.
Dude, Fort Worth, if you've ever been there, is a really like their food. It's like a really hipster fusion food city.
I'm lying to you. It's not Fort Worth. It's Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. That makes even more sense now. Hey, man, you ever been to Fort Wayne? Neither have I. We play outside the city in the junkyard.
Yeah.
I have been all over this country. One of my favorite venues is in, I think it's Bloomington, Indiana. It's called the Blue Moose. Really great venue. And Coheed and Cambria had played that venue the week before we played it. And everybody was just like, dude, Coheed and Cambria was just here. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if they really were there. So the guy could have been lying to me. But yeah,
somebody's looking it up right as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, Timmy, you said, I'm sorry. You know, memory's a little hazy. I'm a rock and roller. I've played a lot of freaking venues. A lot of these places, like the Blue Moose isn't in Indiana. Well, that's where I remember it, okay? Maybe not. I don't know. All right, where are we going here? Oh, wait, what did I give it? 5.5.
Yeah, there we go.
Timmy gives it a 5.5. Evan gives it a 5. You know, that's good enough for me because you can give it a high 5, a low 5. Either way, we're slapping hands. That's weird. Spirit of 76, here we go.
I think this is number 5.
This is number 5.
Yeah. We get another video, part 5 of 5. I like it.
I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it. Wait, this is number 5 of the schemes we've gone to? I guess, yeah. It feels like we flew through these, man.
Yeah.
All right, Spirit of 76. What do you think about this?
I think it's
Young
probably
town.
the most aggressive attempt at putting an American flag on an engine so far. So,
you know what? I just think they're very concerned about safety.
Yes.
There's safety striping.
Or they like
everywhere.
candy canes.
Yeah. I'll go. Hey, man, I know we're at 4th of July, but I love Christmas, so I want a candy cane.
Yeah, right.
A nice little bomb pop on top, bunch of stars.
There's
just safety striping everywhere. Safety striping on the front. You get a safety stripe, and you get a safety stripe.
Is that some militia next to the number?
I don't know. It looks like they call them Minutemen.
Minutemen.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
A lot of people don't realize this, but I happen to adore history.
I was a history major in college. But yeah.
Look where that got him.
Nothing. You got me nothing.
It got him calling Minutemen militia. At least you didn't call it
A soldier.
No,
I mean, as a soldier, I guess.
Well, yeah, he would be a soldier. Minutemen were fast reaction soldiers.
Yeah, I thought they were non-enlisted, though.
Yeah, they were just men in the town. They called them Minutemen.
Right.
But they were, they would train. Anyways, whatever. Well, let's not get into this, okay? I'm just saying, at least you called it militia.
Right.
I've heard it called, I remember this girl doing a report, and she said militia or milita.
Oh.
She called it milita. Kind of like...
I was just having this debate with somebody the other day. You know how you say Beethoven?
Yeah, why don't you call it Beethoven?
Beethoven, yeah. yeah.
Well, if you're from Spain, you'd be like, oh, yes, I love Beethoven. Yeah, that's how they speak. And I like to go to Ibiza. That's true.
There's another word that's...
Socrates.
Oh, Socrates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Socrates and Beethoven. All right.
Rendezvous. Same thing.
Oh, rendezvous.
Yes.
Yeah. Or foyer or foyer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You want to keep doing this? Boring people?
Yeah.
Let's keep boring people.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you give this guy?
I'm going generous. This will be a 7.5.
Oh, wow. I'm going to give it a 6.9, dude.
Nice.
Not enough to be a 7 in my book, but definitely right up there at I just like the attempt, and it's not some big company. So somebody was like, this will be cool, and they ran with it.
I think this paint scheme on any other locomotive wouldn't work, but it works fine because of the boxiness. This is what, a V1000 or something like that?
Yeah, it's Baldwin, right?
Yes.
Okay. And also, it's like a big billboard. And also, because it's such an old unit, and it's like, I always got to give a little bit more credit to the underdog.
Yeah.
This ain't a big railroad. It may never be a 10 or a 9 or an 8, but getting up past a 5 when you have maybe 3 engines. I don't know. Somebody comment. Was this their only engine and they actually put forth an effort?
Yeah.
That may gain them a point. But what doesn't gain us any more time is sticking around this popsicle stand. So thank you so much for hanging in there with us. Go check out our merch store. Like and follow us on our Instagram pages, or unfollow us and block us.
Yeah.
Because this episode just did not
flagged.
It did not rub your turkey the right way. Yeah. And I'm telling you what, you can find Mr. Evan
on Michigan Subdivision on
and
Instagram.
Timmy D at Railroads and Rock and Roll with a little N, so Railroad and Rock and Roll, Michigan Subdivision, and
I think it's time for a name change.
And you're watching us on YouTube, so thanks for hanging out with us. But until the next time, don't forget, your most important signal is going to be
your next one.
Let's try that again. Don't forget, your most important signal.
It's going to be your next one.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry, I stepped on that one. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I fell.
Bye.